Believe me, in 2024, the price of new cars will continue to drop again. BYD cars are currently at 79,800 yuan, and they've already begun to advertise that electric cars are more affordable than gas cars. The car market price war has officially begun. In one day, 5 car companies announced price cuts. Hyundai, Buick, Chevrolet, and many others are shouting the slogan, "Oil is better than electricity." Volkswagen, Audi, and many others are discounted by 50%, including the Buick and Chevrolet Yuan. Many models are also discounted by 50%. I believe that in the year 2024, many car companies may not be able to withstand the pressure and may even face bankruptcy. They are racing each other to the bottom, which will kill them and their peers. Stock cars, stock prices, guys. I didn't expect that after the new year, the first companies to buckle from the pressure would be Cadillac, Volkswagen, and Audi. Now Volkswagen is offering a 50% discount on Audi, Chery, Chevrolet, Buick, etc. It's already 50% off. The new year is not over yet, and today is still the 9th day of the first lunar month. I'm so annoyed. It's so difficult to buy new cars this year.
In the 6 years since Evergrande began building cars, it has basically been burning money, with an average loss of 100 million yuan per car sold, or $13.8 million US. According to the financial report from 2018 to 2022, Evergrande Automobile's losses have been increasing year by year, respectively reaching 1.4 billion yuan, 4.4 billion yuan, 7.4 billion yuan, 56.3 billion yuan, and 27.7 billion yuan. In these 5 years alone, Evergrande Automobile's cumulative losses reached 97.2 billion yuan. Coupled with the 6.9 billion yuan loss in the first half of 2023, its total loss has exceeded 100 billion yuan, reaching an astonishing 104 billion yuan. This figure far exceeds the scale of losses of NIO Automobile. Although the scale of Evergrande Automobile's losses may not be large compared to Evergrande's overall debt burden of 2.4 trillion yuan, it has hit a record high in the automobile industry and can be called the largest loss king in history. Despite the staggering losses incurred by Evergrande Auto, car sales have not seen a corresponding growth. In 2020, Xu Jiayin, the chairman of Evergrande Auto, unveiled 6 models ranging from Hengchi 1 to Hengchi 6. However, to date, only Hengchi 5 has been successfully mass-produced and brought to market. After a year, the cumulative delivery volume of Hengchi 5 remains at just over 1,000 vehicles. Moreover, rumors of production halts for Hengchi 5 have been frequent. Over the span of Xu Jiayin's 6-year automotive venture, Evergrande Auto has accumulated losses exceeding 1 trillion, with delivery volumes hovering around a few thousand, translating to an astonishing loss of 1 billion yuan for every car sold. Many remark that this so-called automotive business resembles charity work or even money laundering. Behind Evergrande Auto's staggering losses lies an immense debt burden. Financial data indicates that since 2018, Evergrande Auto's debt-to-asset ratio has consistently exceeded 100%. Specifically, the debt-to-asset ratios from 2018 to 2020 hovered around 102%, shooting up to 127% and 160% in 2001 and 2002, respectively. This clearly indicates Evergrande Auto's long-standing insolvency and the year-on-year increase in debt burden, plunging it deeper into a quagmire of debt. On January 8th, Evergrande Auto made an announcement stating that its stocks would temporarily cease trading from 9 a.m. that day. Subsequently, Evergrande Auto revealed that the reason was the detention on suspicion of illegal activities of its president and executive director Liu Yongzhuo. This news sent shockwaves through the market, causing a cliff-like plunge in Evergrande Auto's stock price. That same afternoon, trading of Evergrande Auto resumed, with its stock price plummeting to 32 Hong Kong cents, a nearly 23% drop. It then saw some recovery, settling at 38 Hong Kong cents by around 2 p.m., marking an 8.4% decline with a total market value of 4.1 billion Hong Kong dollars. Liu Yongzhuo was a significant figure within the Evergrande Group. In 2003, at the age of 22, Liu joined Evergrande, serving as the general manager of Evergrande Group's Human Resources Center, earning the trust of Xu Jiayin. Subsequently, he was promoted to vice president, overseeing various business sectors including football, culture, agriculture, internet finance, and automobiles, becoming a trusted aide and important pillar for Xu Jiayin. However, Liu Yongzhuo's arrest signifies the near failure of Evergrande Auto, a venture once heavily backed by Xu Jiayin. As many as 9 executives of Evergrande Group have been arrested. Prior to that of Liu Yongzhuo, on September 28, 2023, Evergrande announced that its executive director and chairman of the board, Xu Jiayin, was subjected to compulsory measures for suspected illegal activities. Before Xu Jiayin's arrest, his second son, Xu Tenghe, had already been taken away. Additionally, numerous other executives of Evergrande, including vice chairman of the board of directors Xia Haijun, chief financial officer Pan Darong, CEO Ke Peng, general manager of wealth management Du Liang, chairman of Evergrande Life Zhu Jialin, and chairman of property development Zheng Litao have all been ousted. Amid Evergrande Auto's severe financial losses, on August 14, 2023, NWTN, or Newton Inc., signed a subscription agreement with Evergrande Auto. According to the agreement, Newton Inc. would subscribe to approximately 6.2 billion new shares of Evergrande Auto at a subscription price of 63 cents Hong Kong dollars per share, with a total consideration of about 3.9 billion yuan, equivalent to an investment of approximately $500 million in Evergrande Auto. Newton Inc. also provided 600 million yuan in transition funds to Evergrande Auto. Newton Inc. is an electric vehicle company headquartered in Dubai, UAE, formerly known as Iconic, founded in 2014 as a new energy vehicle company. In June 2022, Iconic relocated its global headquarters to the United Arab Emirates and officially went public on the Nasdaq on November 14, 2022. Prior to the investment agreement between Evergrande Auto and Newton Inc., Evergrande Auto had already been suspended from trading for 16 months. According to the revised rules of the Hong Kong Stock Exchange in 2018, securities that have been continuously suspended for 18 months can be delisted. This meant that Evergrande Auto had less than 2 months remaining. Therefore, Newton Inc.'s strategic investment in Evergrande Auto could be likened to a lifeline for the company. Additionally, after fulfilling the obligations stipulated in the agreement, Newton Inc. was supposed to provide Evergrande Auto with a total of 600 million yuan in transition funds for research and development, production, and sales operations. However, the situation changed after Xu Jiayin's arrest. On the evening of October 8, 2023, Evergrande Auto disclosed in a statement that it had received a letter from Newton Inc. on September 29, 2023. The letter stated that due to suspension of trading on September 28, 2023, and uncertainty within China Evergrande Group, Newton Inc. stopped delivering its obligations under the share subscription agreement, including suspending the payment of the second and third installments of funds to Evergrande Auto. Subsequently, on January 1, 2024, Evergrande Auto announced that the share subscription agreement and the company's bond-to-equity conversion subscription agreement with Newton Inc. had expired on December 31, 2023, and the parties had not agreed to extend the deadline. This meant that Newton Inc.'s planned 4 billion yuan investment would not materialize, further exacerbating Evergrande Auto's financial pressure. Immediately thereafter, on January 2, 2024, Evergrande Auto stock plummeted by 15.7% at the beginning of trading in Hong Kong. Analysts believe that with Xu Jiayin, the president of Evergrande Auto, arrested and its financial lifeline disappearing, Evergrande Auto is essentially on life support. Established in 2015, Evergrande Auto is a subsidiary of Evergrande Group, formerly known as Evergrande Health Industry Group Company Limited. At that time, Xu Jiayin, still in his prime, invested 6.75 billion Hong Kong dollars to acquire 45% of American EV manufacturer Faraday Future, partnering with the former CEO of LeEco in car manufacturing. During the crisis facing Evergrande Group in 2020, Evergrande Auto became one of the few assets within the group with the potential for debt restructuring. But soon, both parties became embroiled in a legal dispute over control and funds. In 2019, Xu Jiayin parted ways with Jia Yueting and subsequently began massive acquisitions of upstream and downstream companies in the EV industry chain, heavily investing to quickly break through the barriers of technology, supply chain, and production capacity. In 2020, it launched the first batch of Hengchi series concept electric cars. Evergrande Group, headquartered in Shenzhen, is a large comprehensive enterprise group founded by Xu Jiayin in Guangzhou in 1996. Its core business is real estate development, with projects covering over 200 cities in China. The company also engages in diversified businesses such as new energy vehicles, tourism, sports, finance, and healthcare. In 2016, the group was thriving, entering the Fortune Global 500 and ranking 152nd in 2020. In September 2021, Evergrande Group was deep in debt crisis, owing suppliers, creditors, and investors a total of nearly 2 trillion yuan, more than $3 billion, roughly equivalent to 2% of China's GDP in 2020. Nearly 2 years later, on July 17, 2023, Evergrande issued successive reissues of its 2021 annual report and 2022 annual report. The net loss in 2022 was 105.8 billion yuan. Adding the net loss of 686.2 billion yuan in 2021, the total loss in the 2 years was 812 billion yuan. At the end of 2022, Evergrande's total liabilities were 2.44 trillion yuan. Nearly 2 years later, on July 17, 2023, Evergrande filed for bankruptcy protection in the United States, submitting relevant applications to the New York Manhattan Court under Chapter 15 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code. In doing so, it protects its U.S. assets from the influence of creditors, while also conducting restructuring transactions elsewhere. Then, on January 29th of this year, the Hong Kong High Court ordered the immediate liquidation of China Evergrande Group. Evergrande's 3 stocks, including Evergrande Property and Evergrande Auto, were suspended from trading on the same day. Over the past 2 years, Evergrande has been in dire straits, ranking as the world's most indebted real estate developer. How much money creditors can recover from Evergrande will become a benchmark for the liquidation or debt restructuring of other defaulting developers. The scope of Evergrande Group's liquidation includes its offshore assets, such as Evergrande Property and Evergrande Auto. Since Evergrande owns most of its assets in mainland China, investors have been paying attention to whether the liquidation process will be influenced by internal and external pressures. Chinese affairs expert Shi Shan stated that most of Evergrande's assets are in mainland China. If Chinese authorities do not liquidate them, overseas investors who bought Evergrande stocks and bonds will suffer heavy losses. However, he states that Evergrande will not be liquidated in mainland China because it is not simply a real estate company. It has close ties with the government, and its influence is too great. Shishan pointed out that in mainland China, ambitious real estate companies are closely linked to local governments and give heavily to them. Once liquidation occurs, it will inevitably involve tracking the debts of local governments, including urban investment bonds and other related issues. He pointed out that once Evergrande's massive debts are liquidated, it could lead to further declines in land and property prices, affecting local governments' land reserves and the interests of millions of homebuyers. Shishan stated that the situation in China is complex, and the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, will not easily liquidate Evergrande. Overseas creditors seeking to access Evergrande's assets in mainland China may face difficulties because these assets may be prioritized for acquisition by state-owned enterprises under the CCP. Legal expert Yuan, who resides in Australia, stated, "In the Chinese officialdom, it is widely known that the connections with Xu Jiayin are Zheng Qinghai, the younger brother of former Politburo Standing Committee member Zheng Qinghong, and Zheng Wei, Zheng Qinghong's son. Zheng Qinghong himself cannot appear. His brother will represent the family." Yuan Hongbin commented, "Behind Xu Jiayin's ability to expand his real estate empire throughout China is the full support of Zheng Qinghai. Of course, he was also a white glove for the Zheng Qinghong family." Yuan Hongbing also said there is a widespread belief in the Beijing officialdom that Evergrande's collapse was ignited by Xi Jinping himself. Xi personally ordered that financial institutions stop lending to Evergrande. Targeting Xu Jiayin is a move against Zheng Qinghong. Moreover, the competition in the Chinese auto industry is fierce. Recently, a price war has erupted in the Chinese new energy vehicle market. On the 19th, Chinese new energy vehicle manufacturer BYD announced that the starting prices for its new models Qin Plus Honor Edition and Tang 05 Honor Edition were both 79,800 yuan, lower than the prices of equivalent EVs. At the same time, the prices of BYD's new models have dropped by 20,000 yuan compared to the previous models. Subsequently, Wuling Motors, Chang'an Automobile, and other automakers quickly followed suit and announced price cuts. Wuling Motors announced that its top-of-the-line Starlight 50 km advanced version would be reduced to 99,800 yuan, down from 105,800 yuan. Chang'an's Qiyuan A05 was priced starting at 78,900 yuan, down from its original price of 89,900 yuan. Neta Aya also announced price cuts for several of its main models, with the highest reduction reaching 22,000 yuan. Facing market pressure, traditional fuel vehicle manufacturers have also joined the price reduction trend. On the 19th, Beijing Hyundai announced that its A-Class sedan Elantra model was officially reduced to a starting price of 75,800 yuan. The current guide price for Beijing Hyundai Elantra models ranges from 99,800 to 149,800 yuan, with a reduction of up to 24,000 yuan. In fact, during the Chinese New Year period, many car dealerships launched various sales, each claiming to offer the largest discounts. Despite these sales, consumer response has been relatively tepid. Many potential car buyers are holding out to see if the deals get better. Geely Automobile CEO Gan Jiayue stated, 2024 will be another crazy year. Crazy prices, crazy products, crazy services, crazy traffic. Everything is about to reveal its true colors. On January 16th, Zhu Huarong, the chairman of Chang'an Automobile, said that competition among car companies in China is really tough. They're using dishonest advertising tricks to attract customers. Here are some examples. They make a car seem faster than it actually is by using special effects and editing in their ads. They show regular family cars as fancy luxury ones by dressing actors in extravagant clothes and filming them in luxurious spaces. Some companies pay a lot of money to celebrities to endorse their cars, even though these celebrities don't actually try out the cars themselves. This is not only tricking customers, but also breaking the rules of fair business practice. In recent years, the Chinese authorities have invested heavily, giving rise to dozens of new car manufacturers, but due to poor quality and other reasons, a large number of new cars have been abandoned within 1 or 2 years, piling up in electric car graveyards. Enticed by large subsidies, many car manufacturers have defrauded the government. According to statistics, there are as many as 72 such companies receiving an amount exceeding 9 billion yuan, approximately $1.25 billion. According to official CCP media reports, from 2018 to 2023, in just 5 years, new EV companies have wasted hundreds of billions of yuan. As of August 2023, 400 new energy vehicle companies had closed down. Not only is the market for new car sales sluggish, but aftermarket services are also difficult to maintain, with closures of 4S stores being commonplace. On January 11th this year, the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers announced that in 2023, only 37.4% of sales targets were met. More than 60% of stores did not meet their sales targets, with 23% of stores achieving a rate of less than 70%. Moreover, over the past 3 years, more than 5,000 4S stores have closed down. Chinese social issues expert Xia Yifan said that the chairman of Chang'an Automobile revealed unexpected industry secrets. The situation of new energy vehicles is just the tip of the iceberg of China's overall economic situation. Shoddy production, poor technology and management, and low profits caused by vicious competition have all contributed to the industry's dim prospects.